In 1929, the National Association of Secondary School Principals passed a resolution to form the National Honor Society. The purpose of the society was to recognize predetermined standards of citizenship in our secondary schools. This new organization was formed to create in our students an enthusiasm for scholarship, to promote worthy leadership, to encourage the development of character, and to stimulate a desire to render service. In addition, the society encourages dedication to the pursuit of knowledge that benefits all mankind. Every student inducted as a full member to the National Honor Society this evening has met and maintained the following qualifications. Each inductee is classified as either a sophomore or a junior. Each inductee has a 3.25 grade-point average. Each inductee has a clean discipline record and has a 95% attendance record. Each inductee has also demonstrated leadership by participating in either extracurricular activities or outside activities, as well as demonstrating service by participating in community service initiatives. The National Honor Society is an organization dedicated to recognizing and encouraging those students who demonstrate excellence not only in the classroom, but as leaders in their school and communities as well. It instills in students the core value of scholarship, leadership, character, and service. In part, because members must distinguish themselves in all four of these categories, the National Honor Society is one of the most prestigious honor societies in the nation. At this time, it is my privilege to introduce our current members, led by the chapter president, Elia Grolyan, as well as the young men and women who tonight will join the ranks and become members of the Greater Lawrence Technical School chapter of the National Honor Society. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and join me in recognizing the outstanding achievements of our National Honor Society inductees. Please remain standing. At this time, I would like to welcome Ms. Anne-Marie Tucheroni-Mahan, the Director of Human Resources, to the stage to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you, Mr. Haas. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Mrs. Anne Marie Kale, co-advisor of the National Honor Society.
In 1921, an official emblem for the Society was created in the form of a keystone and a flaming torch. Widely recognized, the keystone bears at its base the letters C, S, L, and S, which stand for the four fundamental virtues of character, scholarship, leadership, and service. The torch symbolized the search for truth. Character, the composite of all common virtues, sets the seal of excellence upon our every endeavor. Scholarship is the power of the mind to dispel ignorance and superstition through scientific investigation of truth. Leadership is the power of personality that blazes the trail for man's upward climb. Service is the beginning and end of our education, the basis from which blessings have been given to man. To bear forward the searching light of truth, to lead that others may follow in that light, to keep burning in our school a high ambition for the enduring values of life, and to serve. These are the purposes symbolized by the torch. The founders of this society have established certain standards by which eligibility for membership shall be determined. These standards have been chosen because they embody those qualities of mind and heart that are essential to all successful endeavors. Scholarship, the key to the treasure of the house of past experience and to the chamber of unexplored realms. Character, the cornerstone of the temple of worthy achievement. Service, the exercise of the spirit of unselfish cooperation. Leadership, without which no human endeavor can achieve worthy ends. Each person sitting on this stage has been chosen to this society because they possess, in marked degrees, these four qualities. Members of the audience, please direct your attention to the candles on the stage. The lighted candle represents the eternal light of knowledge. Each of the four candles that will surround the eternal light of knowledge represent the four principles that guide the criteria and ongoing membership of the National Honor Society. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Ms. Elvia Guillon, the President of the Greater Lawrence Technical School chapter of the National Honor Society.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Elvia, and as President of the National Honor Society, I would like to welcome you to our annual induction ceremony. We have gathered here today to recognize the outstanding achievement of this year's inductees. They were nominated and accepted into the National Honor Society because they have demonstrated and possess the virtues of scholarship, leadership, service, and character, traits that are at the core of the National Honor Society. As part of the National Honor Society, we are to maintain a sense of service. We as a group or individually are encouraged to donate 20 or more hours of our community to our community. This year, we have established a connection with the MSPCA at Evans Farm, and they are a big part of our community service strand. The community service opportunities we have had use our resourcefulness and allow us to get into a position in which our leadership skills are developed further. The National Honor Society allows each and every one of us to develop good, strong character through the opportunities we are given to thrive in different types of environment. We are lucky enough to be put into situations in which we are able to uphold our ideals, ethics, and are able to further our reliability and our respect for others. You've all been nominated by the faculty members who believe in you and initiate an initiative to better yourselves. You have all complied with all requirements that are needed to become a part of our society. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our principal, Ms. Elizabeth Friedman.
Good evening. Oh, nothing back? Sorry, we had an inside joke. Good evening, school committee members, Dr. Alvarado, faculty, parents and family members, students, National Honor Society members, and inductees. Today we're here to honor all of you, the 40 young men and women who are to be inducted into the National Honor Society. You have been selected over all others because you have distinguished yourself by demonstrating the core values of the National Honor Society of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. I would like you to take a moment to think about the people who have been instrumental in supporting you to reach this achievement, your friends, teachers, and most of all your families, and let's give them a well-deserved round of applause. I saw that school improvement was a theme for March on the National Honor Society website. This topic seemed appropriate for this evening because you have demonstrated that you have what it takes to make a difference at Greater Lawrence and the world beyond. Greater Lawrence Technical School is a school on the rise. The school community has been working diligently on these efforts. The students have certainly been a part of that work, but in retrospect, I don't believe we have tapped into the extent of your talents and given you the opportunity and voice to improve our school. It is a common adage that students are our future, but more importantly, you are the present. And you are a decisive means for change. Your opinions, your work, your struggles, successes, and even your failures are all ways in which we can learn to be better. Adam Fletcher, the founder and director of Sound Out, which is a student advocate group, said, "The essential partners in school reform, students, are not routinely systemically engaged in the process of school reform. More so, their role is continuously relegated to that of recipient. Their roles must change in order for any school reform to be effective. We need to hear you. We need to know what you need, what you want, how you learn, and what you strive to be. We must partner with you to create a better school, a better today, and a great tomorrow. My challenge to you is to urgently press us to respond to the difficulties in our school right now. So how can you do this, you may ask? Talk to your teachers about what you need. Bring your ideas to staff. Ask to be pushed. Take the NHS values and serve as true role models for the school community. Speak up when you see injustice. Question your peers and adults, and together we can make Greater Lawrence a place where high expectations are the only acceptable status quo we have. What I ask of you starts at the school, but has long-reaching implications that will make your lives, communities, and futures the best they can be. I believe in each and every one of you. Remember, your voice gives us direction. As Gandhi said, we must become the change we want to see. You will implement that change. You will drive reform. And you are how we get to the future. I would now like to introduce our keynote speaker, Dr. Javier Alvarado. A little bit about him. Dr. Alvarado attended Cornell University in Ithaca, New York, where he studied engineering. He holds a Master of Science degree in Electrical Engineering, a Bachelor of Science degree in Electrical and Computer Engineering, and is a Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Engineering. He has served as a keynote speaker for STEM and other engineer-related activities. Additionally, Dr. Alvarado volunteers for various activities, which include mentoring and motivational speaking. He currently is a mentor to one of our students up on stage here tonight. He is a published and accomplished author with a patent pending. We are honored to welcome Dr. Alvarado to Greater Lawrence Technical School.
Congratulations to all the new inductees. I'm going to change the course of what's going to happen right now. A really good friend and highly esteemed colleague of mine is joining me here today, Joseph Bostic, and I'd like him to share a very important and impactful message with you before I get into my speech. Joseph, would you please join us?
Good evening. Congratulations to the inductees. Thank you for being here. Javi and I, we've been friends for the past 4 years. He's also performed as a mentor for me at Raytheon. I come from Macon, Georgia, which is a small town. I actually have a bachelor's science degree and a master's science degree in electrical engineering. I just received my MBA last year, and I'm working on a PhD now at Northeastern University. So I say all that to say, when I walked into the school and the facility today, I was very impressed. The first thing that caught my attention was the mission. It says, demand, achieve, and expect more, right? And I correlate that to preparation. So there's a couple of quotes that I want to leave you with here this afternoon tonight, which says, poor preparation promotes poor performance, which means that the time that you put in, times the effort you put in, equals the reward. And you're taking advantage of that reward tonight. Along with that, I want to leave you with this poem, Invictus, the last stanza. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged the punishment is scrolled. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. So I charge you to continue to take on that mission that your school has and continue to be the leaders of tomorrow. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Joseph. That was beautiful. I appreciate that. Wow. What an honor it is to be up here. It doesn't seem that long ago when I was in high school. A place very similar to this one, but the facilities here are just way much better than the one that I had. So what I want to tell you all, celebrate life, celebrate your successes, enjoy these moments. Realize you're going to have many, many challenges ahead of you, but don't be discouraged by them. Continue to push through, push forward, challenge yourself. Expect more from the most important person, and that's yourself. You want to demand excellence of others, but you want to expect from yourself. That way you won't be disappointed. Because when you have expectations for yourselves and you don't let yourself down, no one can disappoint you. Always remember that. Every day you wake up and you look in the mirror. Today, you want to be better than you were yesterday. We'll repeat that. That is my mantra. Every day I get up and I pray and I thank God for all the blessings and achievements and the gifts that I have. But I want to be better than I was yesterday. If you drive and push yourself to be better than you were yesterday, what would you be years from now? What will you be 20 years from now? There's no limit on your potential unless you place it on yourself. Be unrealistic. Be unrealistic. Will Smith has a video out called Will's Wisdom, and he talks about his life as a kid and coming up in high school and going through the paces about well before Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and all his fame. He says you gotta focus. You really have to focus on your dreams and don't ever let them go. To be unrealistic. He used an example from the Wright brothers. Now, the year's what, 2012? Just over 100 years ago, which might seem an eternity to you, but for some of us, that wasn't that long ago. The idea of taking metal and bending it into a tube and putting wings on it and trying to achieve flight like a bird was called crazy, unrealistic, stupid, unachievable. Did those Wright brothers listen to those naysayers and haters? No. They pushed, they failed. They pushed, they failed. They tried and failed for years and years without funding, without support, but they made it happen. And today, what do we demand and expect when we check in, when we go to those airports, that we're gonna get on time, fly to California, get where we need to be for dinner right on time? We demand that, don't we? So that idea and that concept today is accepted. It's not. Here's another example. 10 years ago, you probably have this device in your pocket right now. The idea of going into your pocket and having a device with a color screen, touch screen, you can check email, make phone calls, browse the internet. Did it exist then? Was that idea crazy? Unrealistic? Okay, 5 years ago, the idea of, oh, I'm going to have this forum where I can send text messages to the world and share my ideas. That was unrealistic, silly, stupid. You guys call that Twitter now, right? These crazy, unrealistic, and silly ideas that your peers, maybe your family and your friends may not believe in you, but if you believe in yourself and you know what you want to do, and you hold on to your dream, you will be successful. You will be successful. Now, when have you achieved success? When can you achieve success? I recently saw a video that really made me think about that. And it says the only way to achieve success is when you want to achieve success so bad that you want to not breathe. You'd rather be successful than breathe. Now, if you were in a room and they cut off the air, and you couldn't breathe, being on time, getting food, meeting the schedule, doing homework, all that goes out the window. All you want is fresh air. So if you look at success in the same way, and you really want to be successful, you can compare it to your need and your desire to breathe, then you can achieve success. Now, your family, your friends, and your support network, and your mentors are here. These are the people that you want around you. There will be naysayers. Okay, you get away from them. Growing up, I definitely didn't have it easy. Honor Society, I wasn't a part of it. Did that stop me from wanting to go to university? Did that stop me from wanting to publish papers, patent? I would never thought that I would be a chip designer coming up in high school. I was an athlete, I was a jock. No one thought I would be able to go to Cornell University. Why would I even apply? But I did, and when I got there, it was tough. Very tough. So the road ahead will be difficult, but you can do it. And if you doubt yourself, find a real friend. Crazy. It was unrealistic. There were two people in that room that had a response. Joseph was one and I was the other. And because it was a leadership development conference for our company, I said, all right, let me tie it to the mission statement. So I came up with this. No doubt, summer, winter, spring, fall. And I thought it was cool that, I was able to come up with 6 words. But those 6 words, at my company, mean a lot. Our mission, what we do at Raytheon, we provide support to our warfighters. Put yourself in their shoes. When they hit that button, or they flip that switch, it better work, and there better be no doubt. So going forward, be unrealistic, believe in yourself. Hold on to your dreams. Thank you.
The membership of the Greater Lawrence Technical School chapter of the National Honor Society has been earned by the effective demonstration consideration of the 4 qualities held in high esteem by the society. 4 of our members will review these qualities for the candidates: scholarship, leadership, character, and service. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to invite Yesenia Entario Seriano to the podium to discuss the qualifications of scholarship, and Stephen Gang to light the scholarship ceremonial candle.
Scholarship. Scholarship means a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and studying, knowing the lasting effects of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn, even when formal education has ended. For education ends only with the end of life. Knowledge is one great element in life which leads to the highest success, and it could be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past, and the light illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to invite Bridget Lee to the podium to discuss the qualifications for leadership, and Jose Ortega to light the ceremonial candle.
Leadership should exert wholesome influence on the school. In taking the initiative in class and school activities, the real leader tries to train and aid others to obtain the same objective. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interests for the interest of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a country, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed. Thus, to lead is a substantive charge to each of our members. At this time, it gives me pleasure to invite Christopher Gomez to the podium to discuss the qualifications for character, and Dariana Torres to light the ceremonial candle.
Character. Character is the force within each individual which distinguishes that person from others. It gives each of us our individuality. It is that without one, no one can respect oneself, nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is this force of character that guides one through life, and when once developed, grows steadily. Character is achieved, not received. It is the product of constant action, striving daily to make the right choice. The problem of character is the problem of self-control. We must be in reality what we wish to appear to others. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we may hope to prove by example that we value character. time, it gives me great pleasure to invite Ibu Chan to the podium to discuss the qualifications for service, and Casey Colbert to light the ceremony of candle.
My office is service. Service can be described in various ways. In the routine of the day's work, many opportunities arise to help others. Willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without monetary compensation or without recognition is the quality we seek in our membership. We are committed to the idea of volunteering our time and abilities to the creation of a better tomorrow. Mrs. Kale will now lead us in the introduction of the inductees.
Ceremonies such as the one you are observing this evening are conducted by high schools throughout the spring and across the country by nationally certified chapters of the National Honor Society. Dr. Edward Reinerson, founder of the National Honor Society, described the setting of an induction ceremony. He stated, "These exercises should always be held in public, in order that no one will confuse the society with a secret fraternity, and that the school and the community as a whole may catch the inspiration of higher ideals. The purpose of such a ceremony is to welcome